Hey everyone, it's Angie Coley, and today I wanted to talk to you about how you get clients in the first place. I find that this is a struggle that people, especially in service businesses, really have. Um, how do you find people to hire you? And I think the biggest mistake that they often make, and I include myself in the they there because I've made this mistake too, is thinking that you have to go out and conquer the internet or like climb Mount Everest and once you make it to the top over the side, there's like a valley of plenty that has all of the clients and you can go handpick them. And I mean, in a sense, there is uh, all kinds of potential clients all over the internet that are waiting to hire someone like you to provide a service that you provide. But there is an easier way, and it's perhaps a little bit more uncomfortable, and I think that's why so many people avoid it, and that is to reach out to the people that you know first. Um, I know that when I first started, I had a lot of hesitance around that because I had this story that I was telling myself about how I needed to kind of prove the model, prove the concept, prove that I was successful before I could reach out to people that I know and tell them that I was doing this new thing. Like they would somehow reach out to me and be like, "Really? That's what you do now? Prove it." Hint, not a single person has asked me to like prove that that's what I do, or give them a client roster just to show that I'm serious. So, um, let's talk about prospecting for a second, the act of getting clients, because there are two main ways to prospect. One is short term and will get you results fairly quickly. One is long term and will definitely get you results and will get you high quality clients because you're attracting them to you, but it's not something that pays off quickly. It's something that you build over the long haul by consistently showing up, consistently publishing and putting material out there, establishing your authority and expertise, and then people are naturally drawn to you and they're like, "Hey, I really want to work with you." So I feel like that's where people get confused because they start with that long-term vision first, where they want to attract people to them. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think that you should be working on the long-term vision as soon as you start. And the long-term vision is going to evolve, so just like get started on it and know that you'll find your voice, you'll find your audience, you'll find your people, you'll find your offer as you continue to put yourself out there and figure out what people are reacting to. But if you haven't already thought about this, consider your short-term strategy because this is going to get you business fast. How do I know this? I did this, even though it made me supremely uncomfortable for the first month that I left my day job and I started my freelance writing business. And within 18 days of starting this strategy, I had booked 5 figures in sales. So it works. It's uncomfortable, but it works. And that the whole guiding principle behind this is this strategy. You never know who knows who. So now it's time to sit down with a pen and paper and write down everybody that you would call and tell big news. I'm engaged. I had a baby. I'm buying a house. Those are people that you should tell your big news of, I'm starting a business. Because they might have friends or neighbors or, somebody on the other side of the family that you don't know that has a business or could use your help with something. And they could connect you. Make a list of all your past colleagues, people in your, go dig through LinkedIn, dig through all your Facebook contacts, people that you haven't spoken to in years. Look through your email address folder and all your contacts on your phone and start, oh yeah, I haven't spoken to that person in a while. Write all of these people's names down, put them into a spreadsheet, collect all their contact information, and then here's the hard part of putting yourself out there, right? Write them all a simple email. And I'm not talking about a form email blast that you like, it's the same email and you blind carbon copy everybody and then you're one and done. People can see through that bullshit. They can tell that they're on a mass list. Don't do it. It's a great way to trash a relationship that you're trying to reestablish. I say, take 5-10 minutes with each email, write in with a personal intro and say, hey, it's been a while since we talked. I thought about you the other day and I wanted to reach out. Here's a special memory that we had, or I used this piece of advice that you gave me. I don't even know if you remember giving me that, but it did some real good stuff for my life. And hey, I just want to let you know, I started this new business. I offer XYZ. And if you know anybody that needs help, would love to connect. Leave it as simple as that. Make it personal to each person because you really want to reconnect and establish that relationship. But outreach and referrals are the quickest way that I know to get business. And it really works. And it can be profoundly uncomfortable. So that's why just keep it casual, keep it low expectations. I bet if you sat down and came up with a list of names of people that you know, I think I had like 150 people on my list when I sat down. I was like, oh wow, I know way more people than I gave myself credit for. In the industry, out of the industry, I knew a lot more people than I gave myself credit for. And like I said, 18 days to 5 figures, just emailing 5 to 10 people a day, telling them, hey, I miss you. Here's some special memory that I have about you. Also, I'm doing this new thing. I started a business, and if you know anybody, would love to connect. It can be as simple as that. So don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Definitely work on the long-term strategy, but the short-term strategy comes first. Get that money coming in, honey. And I guarantee you, once you start getting paid to deliver, the excitement to keep going, like, it's gonna come. It's gonna help fuel you as you grow. Do whatever you can to get that money coming in, and you can figure out the rest. So I'm Angie Coley. That's what I've got for you today. And let's go kick some ass.